Dear friend, yes, you the one feeling weary from life's challenges. You've worked to improve your circumstances, perhaps through books, inspiring talks, or setting goals. Yet, lasting change eludes you. Consider this: one person loses their job and falls apart completely. They blame the economy, resent their boss, and sink into self-pity. Another faces the same loss, but rises early, hones their skills, and rebuilds their life. The same event, yet vastly different responses. Why? The answer is simple yet profound. It's not life's events that defeat us. It's how we perceive life's challenges that shapes our path. This is why Stoic philosophy is more vital than ever. In a noisy, chaotic world filled with distractions and emotional fragility, Stoicism teaches that you hold the reins, not your emotions, not society, nor your past. True change begins not with jobs, relationships, or wealth. It begins in your mind. Transform your thinking, and all else follows. Be warned, the principles I'll share are not gentle advice. They are direct, unflinching truths that challenge your core. They're not for the faint-hearted, but for those weary of feeling stuck, tired of living on autopilot, and done with faltering when life doesn't go as planned. If this resonates with you, you're in the right place. In this video, I'll guide you through 10 Stoic principles to regain control over your emotions, habits, goals, and life. Each draws from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, and ancient Stoic teachings, explained clearly for practical application. No philosophy degree needed. We'll explore emotional strength, mental discipline, self-awareness, and the challenging journey to become who you're meant to be. Each principle includes a Stoic quote or teaching, not for decoration, but as a tool for reflection and action. Before we begin, I ask you to commit. If you're ready to stop blaming the world and start rebuilding yourself, to master your emotions rather than be swayed by them, to reshape your mind, to transform your life. Affirm this in the comments below. I will no longer be controlled by my emotions. Please, like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more Stoic strategies. Most importantly, stay with every segment. Each principle builds on the last, reshaping how you think. Let's begin. Principle 1. Do not yield to your weaknesses. As Marcus Aurelius said, you must build your life action by action. Content. If each step achieves its aim as far as possible, no one can stop you. Many err by negotiating with their flaws when seeking improvement. They tell themselves, just one more hour of sleep won't hurt, or I'll start that diet tomorrow, or one last message to that person, then I'll stop. Each compromise strengthens weakness, and over time, those weaknesses define who you are. Reflect your strongest self disciplined, focused, confident isn't lost in mystery. It's buried under years of indulgence, excuses, and catering to fleeting emotions. You cannot become that person if you surrender every time life feels tough. You cannot transform your life if you collapse whenever you feel bored, lonely, or uneasy. Stoics understood this deeply. They didn't chase comfort. They trained to face adversity, knowing each moment of endurance, each challenge met, each temptation overcome is a victory for the soul. Ask yourself, when the alarm rings, do you rise with purpose or let emotions delay you? When anxiety strikes, do you stand firm or escape into distractions like social media or food? When old habits tempt you, do you hold fast or say, just this once? The stark truth, you'll never change your life if you don't confront the part of you that makes excuses. There is no peace without discipline. There is no greatness without sacrifice. There is no strong mind without facing weaknesses and declaring, not today. Every time you delay your potential, you don't just waste time, you betray your future. The next time you're tempted to stay in bed, contact someone harmful, or waste another day. Don't argue with yourself. Don't justify. Stand up. Silence the excuses. And choose strength over comfort. That's how a resilient person is forged. One choice at a time. No matter how far behind you feel, or how many times you've stumbled, the moment you stop compromising with weakness, healing begins. Affirm in the comments, I will no longer negotiate with weakness. I choose strength. Principle 2. Master your reactions, or they will master you. Epictetus said, it's not events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. Picture this. Two people hear the same insult. One brushes it off calmly, while the other carries it like a wound for weeks. The same words, the same moment, yet entirely different outcomes. Why? Because the pain comes not from the insult, but from how you respond to it. It's not traffic, breakups, rude colleagues, or failures that shape your state of mind. It's your interpretation and reaction to them. Most people live as prisoners of their emotions, letting small moments steal their peace. They hand over control of their mood to strangers, online comments, or things they cannot change. Stoicism teaches the opposite. While you cannot control what happens, you can fully control how you respond. Let that truth settle in your mind. Every time you lose your temper, overthink, or spiral over external events, you give away your power. Worse, you become predictable, easily manipulated. Those who cannot govern their reactions are like puppets. Pull the right string, and they erupt, weep, panic, or freeze. Do you want to live this way? Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. How do you take control? First, slow your response. When triggered, pause, take a deep breath, and step back mentally. Ask, what part of this can I truly control? If the answer is nothing external, your only battle is within. Second, separate facts from feelings. Someone spoke rudely. That's the fact. I'm not good enough. That's a story you tell yourself. Train to see events clearly, unclouded by emotion. This takes practice, but each time you succeed, you strengthen your mind's resilience. Step 3. Reclaim your peace. Peace doesn't mean passivity. It means standing firm. It's choosing to respond with calm strength, not panic. Knowing your reaction is always your responsibility. No matter how unfair life seems, those who master their responses become powerful in the best sense. Why they cannot be swayed. They don't crumble under pressure. They choose their path deliberately and live on their own terms. Make no mistake, this is a skill you can cultivate. You don't need to be born calm. You build it like a muscle. Each time you resist reacting emotionally, each time you maintain balance, You prove to yourself, you are not your emotions, you are their master, not the storm. The next time someone angers you, remember, their words have no power unless you grant it. Their actions don't define you, but your response always does, to transform your life. Stop reacting to every slight as if your peace is for sale. Respond like a person prepared for life's challenges, deliberate, sharp, and steadfast. For those who master their reactions, master their lives. Affirm in the comments, "My peace is mine. I will not give it away." Principle 3. Embrace difficult tasks, especially when you'd rather not. Epictetus said, "To progress, accept being seen as foolish or ignorant." Truthfully, most know what they must do to change, rise earlier. Stop wasting time. Let go of harmful ties. Exercise. Learn. Say no more often, or speak up, yet they don't act. Why? Because it's hard. Because it's uncomfortable. Because their emotions shout louder than their resolve. This is the core issue. Ancient Stoics never waited to feel ready. They trained their minds to face resistance. Seeing discomfort as the forge of character, they knew that tying actions to emotions prevents a meaningful life. Honestly, you won't always want to do what's right. You won't always feel eager to show up. You won't always be motivated. That's reality. Here's what separates the weak from the strong. The weak wait for motivation, while the strong rely on discipline. Motivation is an emotion, fleeting and unreliable. Discipline is a choice, a commitment to act despite how you feel. Each time you choose the hard task, especially when reluctant, you build mental armor. You tell your mind, "I don't need to feel perfect to act with purpose." Exercising when tired is a victory. Facing a tough conversation you'd rather avoid is growth. Stepping out of safety to confront fear is true strength. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Consider how many battles you've lost in your mind before even starting. How many goals have you delayed? Not because they're unreachable, but because they feel daunting to change your life. Stop fearing discomfort. Seek it. Embrace it. What you avoid today becomes the regret you carry tomorrow. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready to transform your life. There's always a reason to wait, but the cost of waiting is years you'll never reclaim. So, what should you do? Rise and act, no matter what. Even if your mind resists, even if it feels unfair, even if no one applauds. You don't need praise. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to do it. When your body wants to give up, when emotions complain, when doubts creep in, that's when you must push harder. Those moments are where strength is born. Remember, you can choose the pain of discipline now, or the pain of regret later. Only one path builds the life you truly want. Stop seeking shortcuts. Don't expect ease. True change is gritty. It's solitary. It's painful, but it's worth it. Every hard task you tackle today paves a smoother future. Every obstacle you overcome today becomes a story of pride tomorrow. Principle 4. Eliminate distractions and master your focus. Seneca said, "If you are everywhere, you are nowhere." Face the truth. We live in a world that clamors for your attention. Notifications, messages, headlines, gossip, ads, and interruptions. You're pulled in every direction, then wonder why you feel anxious, lost, or disconnected. You cannot rebuild your life with a scattered mind. One of Stoicism's most liberating principles is to guard your focus as if your life depends on it, because it does. Stoics didn't just speak of calm and strength. They spoke of clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "Focus every moment like a Roman on the task before you, with absolute sincerity and seriousness." He didn't urge multitasking or chasing inspiration online. He urged deep, intentional focus. Reflect, how often are you fully present in what you do? How often do you create rather than consume? How many hours slip away on mindless scrolling, overthinking, or distractions that don't serve your growth? The issue isn't just attention, it's where your attention goes. That's where your energy, time, and potential flow. Here's a hard truth. Most avoid. Many aren't lazy. They're addicted to noise. They can't sit in silence. They can't work without checking their phone every few minutes. They can't pursue a path long enough to master anything. If this describes you, this isn't judgment. It's a call to action. A distracted mind is a wasted life. How do you fix it? First, reduce digital noise. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Set strict limits on social media. Use your phone as a tool, not a chain. Second, carve out sacred time for deep focus. Just 60 minutes daily, free from interruptions or multitasking, dedicated to your most important work. This is where clarity lives. This is where self-respect grows. Third, train your attention like a muscle. Practice full presence in simple acts, eating, walking, reading, or writing. The more you practice, the stronger your focus becomes. The world will always vie for your attention, but you decide what deserves it. A Stoic doesn't chase everything. They choose deliberately. A focused person is formidable. They can build, improve, grow, and lead. Your ability to transform your life is tied directly to your ability to focus on what truly matters. Distractions will persist, and noise will always surround you. But by mastering your focus, you take command of your world. Start today. Eliminate the trivial, silence the clamor, and direct your energy toward what builds your future. Affirm in the comments, "I control my focus. My attention shapes my future." Principle 5. Seek growth, not approval. Marcus Aurelius said, "We love ourselves more than others, yet care more about their opinions." Let that truth resonate. We claim we want to grow, to be strong and independent, yet we hesitate, doubt, and shrink back. Why? We fear others' judgments. We crave being liked and seek permission before acting. Stoicism confronts this reality. The world doesn't care about your potential, and you don't need its approval to realize it. You cannot transform your life waiting for others to cheer your every step. Here's what few admit. The more you improve yourself, the more resistance you'll face, not just from foes, but often from those closest to you. Why? Your growth unsettles them. Your discipline highlights their inaction. Your confidence challenges their comfort, so they may mock or doubt you, trying to keep you in a version they can control. But a Stoic doesn't live to please others. A Stoic lives by virtue, not acceptance, by truth, not popularity. Epictetus taught to progress. Accept being seen as foolish or ignorant. If you fear seeming odd, misunderstood, or standing alone, you'll never rise above. you'll remain ordinary, silent, and stuck just to fit in. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you belief. Only you can grant yourself permission to become who you're meant to be. The moment you stop needing others' approval, you grow powerful. You no longer wait, you act. You no longer plead, you build. You no longer explain, you evolve. Let them laugh at your new habits or misunderstand your boundaries and drive for growth. You're not here to be understood by the small-minded. You're here to become unshakable. If this path means walking alone, walk with pride. For greatness is a solitary road, but also the truest, most rewarding, and freest. Stop waiting, apologizing, or explaining. You don't need their acceptance or recognition. You need only to decide to stop playing small. Principle 6. Silence is strength. Speak less. Understand more. Epictetus said, "Let silence be your general rule," or say only what is necessary and brief. In a world where everyone seeks to be heard, few choose to listen. Many strive to seem wise, but few invest in true wisdom. The result, endless noise, hollow opinions, and shallow lives. Stoics knew better. Silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. By speaking less, you hear more, learn faster, respond thoughtfully, and preserve your power. To master your mind, you must master your words. Not every situation demands a response. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Not every thought needs voicing. Speaking too much reveals fears, insecurities, plans, or weaknesses. Silence, however, makes you unreadable, a source of strength. Marcus Aurelius warned, "The more we value what's beyond our control, the less control we have." One of the first things to master is your speech. Constantly talking, explaining, or defending drains your energy and pulls you into reacting to the world instead of shaping it. Let others chase attention or validation. You stay silent, focused, and act with purpose. Silence isn't passivity, it's calculated presence. It means speaking sparingly, but with depth. Letting your actions resonate louder than words. Silence protects you. It shields your energy from pointless arguments, your dignity from impulsive outbursts, and your plans from those who don't need to know. How do you master it? First, pause before responding. Not every message needs an instant reply, nor every insult a retort. Let time speak for you. Second, embrace being misunderstood. Silence teaches you to accept that others may not grasp your path. You don't need to explain your honor, you need to build it. Third, focus on being, not performing. While others seek to appear powerful, you work to become powerful. Work quietly toward your goals. Let the noisy proclaim their aims while you build in stillness. The Stoic path isn't loud or flashy. It's disciplined, focused, and purposeful, rooted in silence. Affirm in the comments, "My silence speaks my strength." Principle 7. Own your mistakes without shame or excuses. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a person perfected without trials." Everyone else fail and carries regrets. The difference lies in how you face those mistakes, as a warrior or as one who flees. Most choose to dodge, blaming others or making excuses. They hide from truth with distractions, denial, or false positivity. Stoicism demands we face reality unflinchingly, for only through brutal honesty with ourselves can we become unbreakable. Have you lingered in a harmful relationship? Admit it. Betrayed your own standards? Acknowledge it. Lied, cheated, procrastinated, or sabotaged yourself? Own it, not with guilt or shame, but with courage. Shame holds you back. Owning your errors sets you free. Owning mistakes doesn't mean wallowing in regret. It means standing tall and saying, "Yes, I faltered, but now I rise and won't turn back." Seneca reminds us that every trial, mistake, and scar shapes who we're meant to be. Don't hide your wounds, they prove you've lived, fought, and learned. Don't strive for perfection. It's the enemy of growth. Instead, embrace radical honesty with yourself, the kind that humbles you but fuels transformation. You can't rebuild your life if you keep rewriting the past to soothe your feelings. Stand firm in the truth of who you are. Take full responsibility, not just for your past, but for who you choose to become now. Stop weaving stories, lying, or avoiding your reflection. Own it all and rise from there. Affirm in the comments, "I own my past," and rise with purpose. Principle 8. Embrace discomfort as your teacher. Epictetus said, "Don't hope for events to unfold as you wish. Accept them as they come. That's the path to peace." Here's a life-changing truth. Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your guide, your challenge, your breakthrough. Most people flee discomfort, numbing it with distractions, food, or entertainment. They feel insecure, panic, overthink, and collapse. But growth lies just beyond discomfort's door. Stoics didn't seek an easy life. They sought strength to navigate a chaotic world. You can't build physical strength without the strain of exercise, nor mental resilience without hardship. You'll never find peace by dodging emotions that demand to be felt. Stop running from discomfort. Sit with it. Ask, what is this teaching me? What strength is this forging? Every heartbreak, failure, delay, or rejection isn't punishment. It's preparation. Stoicism isn't about feeling good. It's about becoming better, even when life is harsh. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, wars, betrayal, and loss, yet wrote, "If it's bearable, bear it. Don't complain." This isn't coldness, it's clarity. Discomfort doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to shape you. But only if you stop fleeing and face it with courage and humility. The next time you feel pain, remind yourself, this moment isn't for comfort, it's for my strength. When you stop fearing discomfort, you become unstoppable. Affirm in the comments, "Discomfort is my teacher. I no longer run." Principle 9. Discipline outshines motivation. Build it daily. Epictetus said, "No one is free who doesn't master themselves." Ask yourself, are you truly free? Or are your emotions in control? Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's doing what you must, especially when you don't feel like it. That's discipline. The line between the weak and the strong, dreamers and doers. Motivation is fleeting, an emotion, a mood, a spark that fades. Discipline is a system. It shows up when you're uninspired, pulling you from bed when motivation whispers, "Stay." It drives you to act on bad days, building habits rooted in who you aim to be, not how you feel. Marcus Aurelius performed his duties as emperor, despite grief, fatigue, and pressure, not waiting for perfect emotions. Why duty outweighs feelings? That's the Stoic way. That's how lives are transformed. Don't chase motivational tricks. Build daily discipline. Wake up on time. Move your body. Eat mindfully. Learn daily. Focus. Reflect. It's repetitive, unglamorous, but effective. It builds character. You won't always feel inspired, and that's fine. Show up anyway, because discipline sustains you when motivation fades. When you master discipline, you no longer rely on fleeting inspiration. You become someone who moves forward no matter what. That's strength. That's self-respect. That's Stoicism. Principle 10. Live your values. Not just in thought, but in action. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't waste time debating what a good person is. Be one." Thinking is easy. Dreaming of being better, stronger, wiser is easy. But only action changes your life. Action that's purposeful and consistent. Stoics believed philosophy is for living, not just pondering. A Stoic doesn't merely talk of self-control, they practice it quietly. They don't just preach peace and discipline, they embody it when no one's watching. That's integrity. Many lives split lives, one in their mind, full of goals and clarity, and another in reality, marked by contradictions, excuses, and chaos. They claim they want peace but gossip and complain. They say they want growth, but procrastinate and scroll endlessly. The harsh truth: what matters isn't what you know, but what you do. All the quotes, inspiration, and wisdom are meaningless if your daily actions contradict them. To transform your life, stop pretending and start living authentically. You know what to do. Do it. If you claim to value Stoicism, train your emotions daily. If you cherish time, don't waste it. If you prize focus, prove it with your choices. Don't chase perfection, pursue alignment. When your values and actions align, you find wholeness, peace, and self-respect. Marcus Aurelius didn't dream of the ideal person. He became one. Right now. Not when convenient, but now. In every moment of doubt, ask, what would my strongest self do? Then do it. Let your life speak louder than words. Your consistency outweigh the need for praise. When actions match values, you become formidable not to others, but to your own weaknesses. Affirm in the comments, I'm ready to live my values. I will be who I claim to be. These 10 Stoic principles aren't soft advice or empty inspiration. They shatter illusions and build character. If you truly apply them, you'll stop being a victim of emotions or circumstances. You'll resist temptations, feelings, and setbacks. You'll live like a Stoic, not emotionless, but emotionally steadfast. Not perfect, but consistent. Not loud, but undeniably strong. This path isn't easy, it's not for the faint-hearted, but it's the only path to true self-respect, clarity, and inner freedom. Act now. Don't let this video be a fleeting spark. Choose one principle and apply it today. Then tomorrow, and every day after, transform your mind. Transform your life. The Stoics gave us the blueprint. Now build. If this ignites your resolve, affirm in the comments, I transform my mind. I transform my life. Like, Share with someone ready to grow, and subscribe for more timeless wisdom made practical